Yes, you beautiful souls, welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline League.
We have too much energy this morning. Too much energy this morning.
Yes, man, I love it. How you doing, Clem?
Oh, I am amped for today. How are you doing?
I am so amped as well, and I've even got more reason to celebrate because we are exploring South African street foods. Yum! And we're doing it with Chef Clem. So for you, Mzansi, you can join in on our discussion. Send through some voice notes as well as pictures of some of the street food that you absolutely love. The number's 063-408-8863. And yes, we are exploring so much of the city street foods and so much of what makes each province unique, right? One thing I want to just give a shout out to is the province, obviously, out in Mbecha, which is hosting a region which has been so dry at the moment. I just saw some rain, so we've got extra energy and extra reason to celebrate right now. So I'm hoping some peeps out on that side come through with some of their street food tips. But Chef Clay, maybe I can ask you, what is something that you are quite something that you quite commonly know when it comes to street food? I know we've got so much in Cape Town, but what you got for us this morning, man?
I think more than street food, it's like street that you eat. Street that you eat.
You're eating the street.
Eat the street.
Eat the street.
Wow. It's food that we eat when we're like on the go. We're having family adventures, or when we're just like on those nights out, or where do we end up?
You wanted to tick the box and fill that gap.
That vibe. And for me, I will, as long as I can remember, Sundays in the Western Cape, you're not from Cape Town if you don't do a gallivant on a Sunday for a Sunday drive, and you end up somewhere having fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yes,
it's like,
man.
It's nostalgic to the max.
Oh, Corky's was like the spot for us.
Corky's for the win.
Oh, it was
Glenwood
always
coming
popping
through for the win. And the amazing thing is we get like inner city, amazing places that sell fish and chips. You can get such amazing fish and chips in Cape Town, but you can't ignore the Gatsby.
Oh,
you know what else was amazing street food?
Yeah.
Samosas. We don't talk about...
Yeah,
you know,
man, samosas are like a staple, actually.
Even in high school, when you're rolling with a 10 rand left in your pocket, you can still get
Go to the
4
tuck
more
shop.
samosas, 5 samosas for 10 rand.
Yeah,
now,
I love
we've got
it.
such a strong culture of food in South Africa, and the one thing is food doesn't understand language, doesn't understand race, doesn't understand age. It brings the nation together, and I love when we can celebrate so much food. I want our viewers to let us know, what's your favorite street food? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
I really want to know. What's yours?
Look, for me, you know what? Now that you've just talked about it, and I don't eat this as much because obviously a lot more health conscious, but like, I love just fast food, like the fish and chips. I'm just thinking of any fast food, like a geba or fish and chips, but for me, the nostalgic part about it was the dipping sauce, the tomato sauce that stained your fingers.
It's not even tomato, it's pink,
I don't know what it is, actually.
Pink.
I don't actually know what it is. But just like lathering the chips that are so slap already in that, and then getting your hands all like red and stained, that's the nostalgic part about it for me. So maybe we'll get some peeps. Look, we've got some voice notes that are already coming in. I don't know who this one is from, but let's find out. I think it's from Faith. Let's see what Faith has to say now. Hopefully Faith is sharing something food related. Let's hear it out. Hello, Faith? Okay, well, I guess that voice note was too soft for anyone to hear, but we'll keep sending them through. Let's carry on with this. Like I said, nostalgia for me, Sundays as well. Kusista runs are obviously a part of that. That's a big part of the celebration, was going to a Kusista run.
Shout out to Fakhri every morning in Wetton. The finest Kusistas and bolas in Cape Town. Man, I love the tradition. That tradition just gets me every time.
Listen, man, I put the volume up on that voice note now, so hopefully we can hear Faith coming through on this one. Let's try it again. Faith, let's hear what you have to say. Hopefully we can hear this.
Good morning, Expresso. My name is Faith Matikane, all the way from Cape Town. I definitely prefer Ikota more than a Gatsby because I am 100% pure Gussie girl. I love my Ikotas saucy, meaty, and of course cheesy. My favorite Ikota preference has to be one with ribs.
Whoa.
Lots of chips and definitely cheese with a dash of acha to give it that Gussie vibe. Thank you.
Whoa, straight
I got a question for you. Maybe send us another voice note, because where in Cape Town do you go for a banging quota?
I haven't found a quota in Cape Town, to be honest. And she's speaking about spare rib on a quota.
Dude,
what's going on? The game's done changed. Hey?
People say, like, first date food you shouldn't eat on a first date, and one of them's ribs and prawns and stuff, because you got to
and the messiness, yeah.
I'm like, nah, bruh, that's first date food. You want to see how the person interacts with the food. And if the person comes out with a knife and a fork to slice pizza,
it's done.
Red flag.
Walk away. Get out of the
date. All right, but seriously, so what I did was, we're going to hit off with KZN. So I'm not from KZN, but yeah. but I asked a few friends, Tabiso, Zoe Brown, Palesa, I asked them all, what's one vibe that you say has to be represented in the kitchen for KZN? They came through with the curries, but they were like, the trend of chicken nyamas are just blowing up. People are loving it so much.
Okay, so bunny chow's like on the side at the moment, right?
But no, bunny chows are very relevant.
A vibe, right?
But they're loving the energy right now around chicken nyama. So
chicken nyama is trending in KZN.
I've got some lamb chops, being a little bougie. Tabiso said I can go bougie because there's certain establishments that are taking chicken nyama to the next level and coming through with some really high-end...
Like a quarter has spare rib on its own and chicken nyama. I mean, we can expect almost anything. Blue cheese sauce dipping or something like that. You know what I mean? They're going crazy with this.
You know? But I'm going to ask you to prepare something that Zoe said we have to do this morning.
Okay.
She said her favorite thing to do in KZN is when you're on the beach, the guys come around with pineapples and they sell slice of pineapples and then they spice it for you. So you're on there, you got your spice for you. And she said it's anything that's got a little bit of flavor and heat. So that's the spice mix. So you got those.
Oh, these are so good. This is reminding me of my childhood as well. Literally, I think I spoke about this already, but Sundays at the market at Sunrise Beach, they'd have kusisters, they'd have spicy pineapple, they've had samosas, all the works. You're literally bringing my childhood back here. This is lovely. Zoe, shout out to you for this one. Okay. Absolutely love it.
So I found out that the tricks that the chicken nyama guys do that make their meat just taste extra tender, extra delicious.
Yeah.
And it's something we do in the restaurant as well. So shout out to that. Is season your meat the night before if you can.
What?
The meat just absorbs so much more flavor. It marinates and actually becomes tender in the process. I didn't do that now, but if you're at home, if you're going to do this, season it the night before. I've got some beautiful lamb chops. And you know, from Woolies, always no routine antibiotics. It's the purest, delicious, most... It's the best lamb we can get. And that apparently is also another thing. Get the best quality you can get, and it makes all the difference. So, smacking it on our grill, we got our Woolies charcoal grill, Let me check, use the fat.
Bring the charcoal on. While you're bringing that on, Clem, I'm going to bring on another voice note. This one is coming through from Leslie. Everybody's sharing a lot of their street food tips. Let's hear what Leslie has to say.
Good morning, Expresso Show. This is Leslie coming to you all the way from Port Shepstone, KZN. My favorite would be a Gatsby burger with chips and lots of cheese on the chips and jalapenos.
A Gatsby burger?
Yes, that's what
has happened to him, Zanzi? They stepped it up
this morning.
I was expecting the standard like a kebab, a roll, whatever. What is this? I've never had that before.
No,
that sounds incredible. Leslie, nice.
It's a delicious one. Also, I like the evolution of food, and we've seen it happen quite a lot. So, for instance, the non-Gatsby and the Gatsby burger, and it's all about like the evolution of the tradition. We're taking something that we all know and love, and we're making it like shift into the modern times along with us. And I've actually got a friend coming along a little later who's going to be making a stellar Gatsby. And I just appreciate how we're taking traditional food and taking it into 2022. And that's one way. A Gatsby burger.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for this. But Chef Clem has obviously got his grill on, keeping it Chisanyama style, inspired by KZN. But, of course, don't worry, because the kitchen culinary conundrum will continue in just a bit. So if you have any culinary conundrums or you want to share your favorite street food with us, then, of course, come through. You can use the WhatsApp line as well. That's 063-408-8863. We want to see the food that you're eating. We want to be inspired. So come through, send us any voice notes or anything crazy that you love, because we're out here to share it. And if you have any questions, then we're here to solve it too with the specialist himself. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast
show. Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. I know this is probably the favorite part of the show because I get to go crazy because it's another edition of the Culinary Hotline Blink. Ching, ching, ching. I know we were supposed to do that like once at the start, but I would do it all the time because we are here for the hype.
I want public. Ting, ting.
Yes, we've got 3 individuals in the kitchen. We're talking about everything South African street food and what each province has to offer. Now, of course, if you have any questions for Chef Clem, as well as Tando in the kitchen right now, then you can come through and have this discussion with us and send your voice notes through to 063-408-8863. And just like that, we've already got so many voice notes in. Let's dive straight into it before we even head to the kitchen and hear from Razzo. What do you got to say, Razzo?
Hi, Expresso team. What I can say to you is that I love cotton. It's very delicious. Plus, they're good. And the good is proudly made in South Africa and 100% custom made, you know? Yeah, thank you for your time.
Razzo coming through, making us all inquisitive but hungry at the same time. So you definitely said a quarter there, right?
Yeah.
What did he add to it? I missed that part. Was it cheese?
Cheese, I think I heard cheese.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to work so well. We've got another one here from Wandele or Pandele. I'm not sure exactly on the pronunciation, but let's hear this one out.
Good morning from Expresso. Yeah, this is Banele, Troy, from Durban. Well, my favorite street food is Mkuba. Mkuba is a fat cook filled with fries, some Sardinian, some Russian. Yeah, that's my style of food, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all right, Panele coming through. Yeah.
Cuba.
Yes.
Cuba. And he said fat cook?
Fat cook with fries and Russian.
Oh, that sounds so not. Hey, wow. And I see you got a little bit going on right now.
Yeah, we just missed the Russian though.
Of course.
Yeah,
But
I'm like...
Tando, you obviously a girl from the Kasi sometimes. You got a little bit of flavor from the Kasi, you got a little bit of bougie, you got a little bit of everything. So
Thank you for recognizing.
You are officially South African to the
Yes.
T, right? So what's your sort of home street food vibe, that thing that kind of gets you in the feels?
Obviously for me, I'm a queen,
Okay,
chips. The
yeah.
acha, you can't forget the acha.
You try my acha, you like my acha, you buy my acha.
Yes, the acha. And my mom likes white liver spread.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But with us, the way you say white liver, you can't say white liver, you white liver.
You white liver.
White liver.
You white
Please,
liver.
there's no need for pronunciations of many things. You white liver. When you go on it, kalama kuinya ne acha ne white liver. And that's it.
I love it. Okay. All right. So are we going to do something like that now? Is that what we're going to prepare in the kitchen?
Yes.
We've got the ingredients for it?
We do.
Right. Yes.
So we've
let's
got our
dive
dough
in.
here. And then we've got some polony. Usually we fry the polony off. We've got some chips. And then we've got our white liver and the acha.
The acha.
Ah,
I like
this is how we do breakfast on the show. okay. I'm gonna. So talk to me about the dough.
Yes.
Is it basically a bread dough, just a different treatment to it?
Bread dough, fried bread.
And then is it okay for us to cheat and buy the bread dough from the store?
You can, but we will judge. Me, I'll judge.
We will judge you.
I will judge you.
And the people on the street, when they taste it, they're going to judge you as well. They're going to taste the difference for sure.
I get that, yeah. So can I fry the polony salon?
Yes, please.
A little bit of oil.
A little bit of
nothing,
oil.
All right.
We're just real
getting
frying it up.
involved
There we
in the
go.
kitchen out here. Anything I can do for you as well?
I'm going to ask you to cut the...
Kind of putting us straight to work.
Listen.
Yes.
There we go.
Beautiful. It's
Talk to
nice
me
and crispy
about
on the
this.
outside, soft on the inside, just how we like
Is it a wrong time to have this dish? Because also, I'm going to be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I've also been there before when the Gatsby place opens up at 10 o'clock and I was opening up the store with them.
With them, I don't think there's a wrong time. Because also in Joburg, on the super, super cold days, you have to sell amakunya all day. Because usually it's a morning thing. On the cold days, people want them for the whole day. So there's no wrong time.
It looks like it can warm you up. It can feed you for an entire meal. It could be the thing you want to eat after a hangover, just to cure you. This could serve any purpose, but
it cures too many things.
It's the meal for any occasion.
I'm going to
I like
fill
that.
one.
All right, so this is the chicken livers.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
So this is quite a flavor sensation, right? Because obviously when you start cooking up the polony, right, it starts getting more of an intense flavor, even though it's just the polony on that note. Obviously the chips itself brings that authenticity and that mush and that texture to it as well. Then you're adding the livers with the chutney. This is like flavor on flavor on flavor. Is that what it's about? Is that what street food is really about? Is it about texture? Is it about flavor? Or is it about nostalgia for you?
I feel like it's all three put together.
Okay.
Because also it's also a mixture of put whatever you have in your fridge that's unhealthy
Make it
in your bread.
It's true.
It is a mixture of everything. It's just comfort food that you can find on the street.
And one thing I noticed, even though you talk about it now, if you think about South African street food in its core and in entirety, it's hustle food. It's like using leftovers from what I made for Indian cuisine that I can then use for a samosa. Or I got leftover chips from the night before and polony from a sandwich. Let's make one of these. So it seems like we are good hustlers. It's efficient, it's cheap as well, and it's easy because it seems like it's all the ingredients that we have at home, but somehow we brought it together and just made some magic out of it. This is a South African way.
And it's food that keeps you going as well, right?
It
Okay,
fuels you,
it's food that keeps you going, but it's also food that will put you to bed. So it depends on your attitude and how you approach it.
You will have the itis.
The itis.
The itis. Yes, the itis. The itis when you fall asleep after eating a really...
Like sleepitis?
Yes, the sleepitis.
The itis.
The itis.
The itis. You have the itis because you ate too much.
Okay, we're learning in the kitchen. I don't know about the itis. I've had the itis quite a few times. does. Okay. Well, look, this is looking absolutely incredible. We're just about to put the acha on, finishing it all up. I see what you've done here is quite interesting. So you've got liver on that side, but not on this side. You've got chips on this side, not on that side.
We're mixing it up.
Okay. Variety.
Variety, yes.
Oh,
We're going to mix it up. Then I'm going to ask you to put some cheese in this one.
Nice.
You know, I'm looking forward to the day when airlines start serving tourists like South African street food.
That's a great
Can you imagine
idea.
that?
That would be amazing.
Wow.
Like coming into
South African Airlines, that's a 5% profit share right there. That's royalties.
Can you imagine the airline hostess going, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kasi Airlines. Today's menu will be a maguinha. That would be amazing.
It'll be such a vibe.
And then they come so to it, it's like, instead of chicken and beef, it's like,
I don't want chicken and beef.
Bologna or slap chips, which one will it be?
Yeah.
I love it.
To the customers in the back, would you like to give a cut in 4 or 2? Thank you. I mean,
should we start an airline, guys?
Yes. Do you have the money?
Yes.
We'll work on
We'll get the funding. Espresso Airlines, we're coming through.
Yes.
We'll get the funding. Happy. It's going to be black. It's going to be a Woolies logo at the back. We're doing it.
I like it. All right, if Zanzi, you want to get involved in this investment, then come find us right now. Send your voice notes in. Maybe you got some cool additions to add to our menu of street food that we're going to be serving on our airline. It's the Kasi Airline, Expresso Airline edition. Of course, this is the Culinary Conundrum. We're having fun here, getting inspired by all the street food from all the provinces in our beautiful land. So, for you, Mzansi, come through on the WhatsApp line, share your foods with us. We're going to continue to inspire everybody out in Mzansi. And if you're wanting some of this recipe inspiration, I don't know what's going on here, then you can head over to expressoshow.com. We got this recipe for you. Tando has come through to serve us, give us nostalgia, give us texture, give us good taste, and give us efficiency.
One more thing. Stay tuned. Tando's going to eat her first Gatsby ever.
What?
I've never had a Gatsby.
You've never had a Gatsby ever?
No.
Wait, hang on. We can't go here. You've never had a Gatsby before?
Don't ask me like that.
I'm not asking like I'm excited. We get to be.
I'm like, I've got so much FOMO.
We're going to serve you the first. So what kind of Gatsby are you going to be paying?
Dude, we're going traditional with masala steak, but I got a friend coming through with a signature. I don't want to spoil it. Amazing Gatsby.
You got someone in. You put a recruit.
I brought a professional.
Okay, before we get into that, let's try this final dish. I can't obviously make this beauty without obviously doing it justice and tucking into it. Which of these two do you think I should try? What do you recommend?
This one.
Oh, okay, we're going straight with the OG liver. What do we call this bread again?
White liver.
White liver.
White liver.
Okay, white liver,
chicken, no
cheese, bologna,
there we go.
no chicken, a fat cook. Let's dig into this, Mzansi. Oh, we're being naughty here.
Oof.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
You see that every time it hits a spot. Another one. Another one. Oh, it is good. Well done. Mzansi, get your hands on this recipe. It's simple, it's easy, it tastes so good. Textures are there. And it's giving me a little bit of nostalgia as well, a mix of all the childhood foods that I've had. Oh, this is the one. Get it on expressoshow.com and stay tuned for the geba coming later. This is delicious. Well done.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, you beautiful souls, welcome back to it. It's the final edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling! Ching, ching, ching! Making us come alive now as we are exploring everything South African when it comes to street foods. And we're here with Chef Clem, and we've got a special guest right now. Now, we have not done street food until we have settled the battle for the ultimate Gatsby, otherwise known as a geba. So we had to call in the professionals for this. You know, we just had to give it to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome to the kitchen Bradley Isaacs, the owner of Cut Into. Welcome to it, brother.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Woo! Man, the brand is strong. Everybody in Cape Town knows about you, but everybody doesn't really understand what it takes to make the ultimate Gatsby. And that's why we brought you in here, man, just to see how it's done, how you're making Mzansi, how you're making South Africa, and especially Cape Town, just smile and make that tummy just, lummy.
Hey.
Man, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
It's so good to have you. But I want to just get through some voice notes because as we've been doing through the show, so many people have been giving us ideas on their street food and their tips. So before we tuck into all the magic that you have here, let's listen to what Habiba has to say. All right, Habiba, what's up?
Good morning, Expresso Live.
Morning.
This is me. I'm out here in Durban. Yes, and my favorite street food is the boiled mealie. And it's boiled with the leaves and all, so you don't need to add any salt, no sugar. Yes, that's my favorite go-to meal. And another favorite of mine is bananas. Just bananas on the street. Have a nice one. Ta-da!
Love that.
So some healthy street food finally coming through. That's like the first voice note we had on there, because everyone else has just been all about the lekkerness. Another one coming through from Darren. Let's hear this.
Hi, it's Darren De Silva.
What's up,
I'm
Darren?
from George, and I like fish and chips, and I'm watching your show now.
Yes.
Hey, Darren, we see you. Thank you so much for watching. One more coming through from Bronwyn. Let's hear what she has to say.
Good morning, my name is Bronwyn. My favorite street food is spicy ribs, a burger and chips, and potato chips shaped like a smiley face.
And a smiley face. All right, thank you, Mzazi. Thank you, everybody that sent us voice notes in. We'll be carrying on with that, but it's the man of the hour, Bradley's here. We're talking about the ultimate geba, and we're talking about how to put it all together. Chef Clem's here on standby, just to assist us with anything else. But let the magic commence, Brad. How are we putting this all together? How are we doing this? And what is it that makes the geba so unique and authentic, man?
So it's the lekkerness and the messiness, I think. That,
Right?
The lekkerness and the messiness.
So it's more like a comfort food.
Yeah.
So it's just about putting everything together and sort of letting it all marry together, and then especially rolling it up in the paper. That's when all the sauces and the meat and everything just marries together. And once you open it, enjoy.
And it's especially that favorite part where you chew into it and then some goes on the table.
Yeah,
and
whatever
then someone
falls
gets
off,
the
you
call.
get to grab
that's
little
fair game,
chips.
right?
Yes, it is.
I love that.
Every man
maybe
for
I can
himself.
ask you this, because I don't think anybody actually maybe knows the answer to this, and I've been trying to find out from various crew members, not to put you on the spot, but where does the Gatsby actually come from? Is there like the history of the geba? Is that even a thing? Do you know anything about it?
I know a bit of the history. I'm probably the newest member to that society,
fraternity.
You know, to the fraternity, to the chosen ones. So,
when you got chosen, did they take the role and go, and now I bequeath thee the geba master?
They just put that masala stick.
I love it. I love
You
it.
are now one of us.
Anointed.
There is a gentleman in Athlone that obviously that started all of this, and he seems to be the pioneer, the main guy behind it, and we're all just following. And what Cutting To is doing is just innovating and disrupting that industry. You know, a lot of things that we're doing is not authentic, and it's out of the ordinary. So.
Welcome
that's
to
sort
the
of what
future of the geba.
The future of
That's
the
what it
Gatsby
is about. All right, let's get stuck into this now, because I don't know how many people are going to be watching this right now, but they're definitely paying attention.
Okay, so
not everyone has had a Gatsby to start with, and there's someone in the studio that's going to potentially try this for the first time. So no pressure on you, Brady.
No, none at all.
You've got to serve up one hell of a geba right now, okay? So what's the plan?
So we have got our Gatsby roll. So it's toasted. We toast our rolls.
That's not normally a common thing. I didn't used to see
You
that
don't
where I was from.
often, but that's something that we try and
Stepping it up.
step up and try to make it the standard. Our standard going forward is to toast, to toast the roll.
Well, can I ask? Because I want the country to see this. Can we work backwards? Can we
Of
work
course, yes.
work
Yeah,
like
let
this?
them
I want to
see.
see
There
this.
we go.
Them see it
So
all.
we have another chef in the studio from Joburg. You can assemble.
Can I
Go.
go
you do your
ahead?
thing,
So
man.
we got a chef Tando. She's from Johannesburg, and she's never had a Gatsby before. So just also let you know, when Tabiso came to Cape Town, he never had one. I took him on a tour. I took him to 3 different Gatsby places.
Oh, yeah?
Man had no idea what to expect. He actually fell asleep in my car. So today, I'm very happy that we're going to bring Tando in a second, and she's going to try it for the first time, and it's going to be amazing. Also, just to mention, this is one of the other Gatsby we got. This is half the height of Tando. Okay? let's be real.
I thought that was Tando.
I thought this was... Tando, are you okay in there? She's all right. She's all right. So, okay, Tando, actually, Tando, come get a look.
Tando in the kitchen. Tando.
I like how this is starting. This looks so good.
It's like that. Okay, so Brad has also brought his mom here this morning. I just want to say morning mom
up,
cutting
moms?
too. The moms will be happy because we're still keeping it with the lettuce and the cucumber. A little bit of veggies in there.
Yes.
There is some
Okay?
veg.
But then
Not
the
enough.
slap chips go in. And it's not crispy chips.
It's gotta be slap.
Slap chips, okay? And if your Gatsby house doesn't have a signature spice, try again, okay? This is the way. If it doesn't have that spice in it, it's not the vibe.
Brad, did you ever think, though, that you'd be out here, live TV, national?
Never, ever.
And moms would be watching, supporting it at the
Never,
same
ever.
time? Oh, man. You're making moms proud here, right?
I'm trying.
And you're making the culture proud as well. Now, we'll talk about the geba, obviously, because for me, it seemed like especially when I grew up, the Gatsby was something that was cheap. So we used cheap ingredients, whatever was available, and whatever was in the fraternity within the hood, within the culture. So we had bologna, we had slap chips all the time as a meal. We always had lettuce for some of those like Greek salads. We wouldn't get any bougier than that. But is that something that you're now obviously changing with foods coming into this new world of flavor? You're kind of creating something a little bit different to that standard Gatsby, right?
We try and stick, obviously, to that standard,
traditional,
to the traditional way of doing things. So we do the bologna, the Vienna, but we've taken a twist as things are evolving in the world. We now do your pulled pork, like you said. Southern fried Gatsby's.
The Southern fried chicken Gatsby.
Okay. I'm gonna take a bold step and say we did it before somebody else.
Yeah.
We did the Southern fried, and then we do a smash burger Gatsby as well.
Oh, wow.
So those are the three.
Whoa. Just South Africa in the background. In the background right now, everyone's going, whoa.
What? And then everyone needs to put your jaws up off the floor. There, everyone's saying like that. Oh, can't wait for this. All right, we're getting into this now. While you're cooking up some of this, all right, I know you've got some other ingredients, but like WhatsApp and everyone's going crazy for this. We've got comments just with regards to the geba on our social media, so I want to just check some of those out right now. Jocelyn is the one that's coming up first. Let's see what Jocelyn has to say here. Let's roll this one out. Let's
Very good morning to my Expresso family, especially Chef Clem. My all-time street food would be the all-time favorite Gatsby from Athlone, Gatesville. I think Tabisa was there once upon a time.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn Alba Gardens. Bye.
I love that.
Oh,
the memories,
stuff.
yes. Took him to Athlone. Obviously, I took him to where it originated and took him on a tour of what some of the newer guys are doing. And earlier, you and I spoke, and you were in the kitchen as well, about the evolution of food. We have traditional food, but if we're not going to evolve with it, that's going to be forgotten and left behind. And that's what I love about cutting too. The pulled pork Gatsby has made an appearance this morning. It's one of these two. So we're going to have a look at the traditional masala steak, which we have over here.
I'm watching Bradley struggling.
This is the masterclass, actually folding it and rolling it. So we're all watching right now.
If it can't fold, then you've done a good job. While he's trying to do that, let's listen to what Sia has to say about the Gatsby right now. He's sent in another voice note while Bradley tries to somehow fold this together. Sia, what do you got to say?
Morning, Expresso family. My name is Sia from Eastern Cape. Something that I experienced in Cape Town, it was Gatsby from Mitchell's Plain. Yo, that Gatsby is very, very yummy.
How do you do that roll? Go see that roll.
That I love.
Well. Yeah.
Cape Town is rocking with Gatsby. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed some of that Cape Town flavor, and especially if you have another chance, head over to Cut and Two because they make it absolutely delicious. So Bradley's just finished up the closing of it. He's now rolling the package together. Obviously, this is going to complete the delivery part of it, and then essentially you get to cut that Gatsby up. Tando, are you excited for this?
This is odd. This is odd.
Nice and tight. Nice and tight.
Give up. You get to hand it over officially and say, Tando, you are now officially been bequeathed with your first
Tando,
ever.
welcome to the Gatsby world.
Thank you.
I love it. Okay, so explain to her, obviously, because she does want to try this, I believe, and we all want to find out what she thinks. So how do we cut this thing?
It's cut already.
Oh, is it cut already?
You cut it, and then we roll it up.
Okay, so you unwrap that for Tando. I'm going to unwrap this. I don't know which one is the pulled pork. We're going to open up both of it and then slice it up because I want South Africa to see that pulled pork Gatsby. It's the evolution. Tando,
this
are
is a
you
moment,
ready?
You remember, this is that moment where you're with your friends and you're all hungry, about to unravel it and open it up. It's almost like a slow motion reveal, and then your friend comes and says, I choose the middle cut tips. I choose the corset tips.
Okay,
but look at this.
I almost pulled out my phone to record this because this is real. This is real. Okay, Tando, go for it. And if you got one of those neat little posh Gatsby's, no, it's got to be like.
Tando, you're going for the corset. You're going for the middle cut is apparently always the best. That's what they say in the hood, all right? But you can decide for yourself. Obviously, Tando's spoiled for choice here. We've got two beautiful Gatsby's, the pulled pork. What is the name of this Gatsby exactly?
Masala steak Gatsby.
Masala steak Gatsby. Oh, yes. Watch how it's dripping. Watch how it's falling out. This sauce, that's how you do it. Just like that. And you can't even talk because your mouth is so full. Is that correct? Oh, she gets going for another bite.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to come in and slice. This is the pulled pork. The smokiness on this pulled pork rile is
it good?
Magic.
Oh,
it is so
man,
good.
It looks so good.
Okay, Tando, you can't speak
I'm
right
watching
now.
Tando's face. It's like, guys, she's in a. Are you crying with happiness? Is it
I don't want to
elation?
cry.
It's like.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know the kitchen is already full, but I'm gonna step up for a second because Jamie's coming to the kitchen because Jamie's also a huge
Jamie
fan
can't
of yours.
resist.
Jamie Lee's coming in. I'm gonna step up to the side and Jamie's gonna talk you through the smoke, the pulled pork. Gatsby?
Okay, so firstly, I'm going to call dibs on this guy. He's from my hometown, 7945, everybody. But I remember, it was the beginning of lockdown. You just started your business. You were still out of your mom's place. You started your mom's place in retreat, and they let me try this for the first time. Guys, I was blown away. You have to try. I'll put my face on this. The best Gatsby in Cape Town. And I'm a Gatsby connoisseur. I grew up eating Gatsby.
You know them.
Bologna, Vienna, everything. The pulled pork Gatsby. I'm even getting like shivers.
Can we go in? I put this one down. I'm ready.
I want to go in.
Ready for a second serving.
Please go in. Again,
all right,
the middle.
well, Tando digs into
Fred,
that.
let me teach you something. Always the middle.
Always the middle.
Don't go for the sides because all the stuff is...
And by the way, can you notice how excited Jamie is? Obviously back in the element right now. Brandy, I want to thank you so much for being in the kitchen, man. You've been absolutely incredible, serving up some people's first Gatsby's. I mean, look at the mood that you've been setting on people's faces. This is you, man, and this is everybody else making Gatsby's. So if you're out in Cape Town, Mzansi, come get involved in this. Head over to Cut Into. Chef Kim, another kitchen culinary conundrum solved, sorted, and delivered. What a beautiful one. Everybody out here, let's give a round of applause. That is the Culinary Hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. Yes.